These are my straw flowers, and Neil wants to clear this bed, so I'm going to cut some of these now, take them in the house to dry them for the winter. My absolute favourites for drying at this time of the year are the red and the apricot. They're just so beautiful for Christmas decorations. These are lovely. Look at that. We've got silvery rose and the purple red together. They're going to look brilliant, even just upside down in the kitchen. Absolutely smashing. My goodness, these white, they're just whoppers. Look at these. Brought them up to the house so I could strip off the foliage in the wall. My twine and my straw flowers are all ready to be hung upside down. Doubled over my twine to make a loop, and then I'm just going to slip that through, and then I'm going to pull them quite tight, because as they dehydrate the stems will get thinner and they could drop out. I'm going to make a double knot, and then the twine that's left over we can make a loop for hanging. Yeah, that's nice and secure, so I just need to make my loop now. Just tidied up the end of the stems, and that is now ready for hanging. There we go, and that's the second one. There we go, all hung up to dry. Brilliant. These have been drying for a couple of days, and can you see how bendy the stems are? So if you weren't drying them upside down, the flower, the weight of the flower would have completely bent the stem by now. So that's why it's important that we hang them. Got another one here to show you. Can you see how wobbly that is? So don't put them in a vase. These are last year's dry flowers, so they're now more than a year old, and I think that they have improved with age. They look almost antique-y, don't they? They're just beautiful. So they were worth keeping. You can see I haven't bothered keeping the stems. I've just cut the flowers off. Now, if you wanted to attach them to something like a Christmas wreath, it's better to add a wire while they're still quite fresh and pliable, because now they're actually quite difficult to wire, but they are simple to glue. So if you were going to use flower glue to glue them to a wreath, that's absolutely fine. And the drier the better. But if you wanted to use some wire, you're better off doing that now, and I'm going to show you that next. So I've got some wire here, which I've just cut down, but you can also buy hobby wire on Amazon or in your garden centre, just a small packet if that's all you need. And then I've taken my flower, I've removed the stem, and this one is a fresh flower, so it's not dried like these ones. You can also see the difference, can't you? And just thread that through slowly. That's now vanished from view, and you've got some lovely stems to tie on to your Christmas wreath or whatever you want to use it for. I can't resist doing a red one as well. There we go, disappeared from view. And even if you don't want to use them now, it's best to wire them now, and then you can put them aside to the spring, because it's much easier, as I said, to do them while they're still fresh and pliable. There, I've just stabbed mine in my Wilko string, and I'll just leave them there to continue to dry, but they look cute already, don't they?